Hi, folks. Welcome to Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Owen Henry. This time we're going to be doing a recap of 2021, just the mayor and I today, no guests, just going back and take a look at what's been a pretty tough year, I think, Mayor. How you doing, Mayor?
I'm doing well, Gene. Thank you for having me. Good to see you again.
Good to have you here. Look back on 2021, as I just said. It hasn't been the easiest year, probably, huh?
It's been 2021. It's gone very quickly. I can't believe we're closing out another year again. It's been a year with its own set of challenges, but I think we've been up to the task at every single one of them. So it's been a challenging year, but I think it's brought out the best in a lot of people, including myself. I think every time there's a challenge, we face it head on. We don't run from it. But,
well, Mayor, I think you had a major challenge. I think everybody's had with this COVID situation.
We have the COVID hangover, we like to say, from 2020. It's continued into 2021. It seems to be waning a little bit, but we still have positive cases. You know, some of my friends, fully vaccinated, have tested positive over the last couple of months, but it doesn't seem to be as severe, the cases. So, thank God for that. Obviously, I encourage everyone to get vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. I got my booster shot the other day. But again, but that's something you need to consult your doctor.
Right.
They should be able to give you the advice you need to make an educated decision. That's where I got my decision from. It wasn't from a politician or some doctor on TV that's making a fortune. I went to my doctor and asked him what I should do, and he told me what to do. And I listened to my doctor, as we all should.
Man, one thing though, in New York City, I was just hearing on the radio this morning that they're booming with COVID cases in New York.
Yes, some areas of the country, including New York.
And we're staying sort of under the radar.
I think and knock on wood, Gene, that we're staying consistent, and in fact, maybe our numbers are not what they used to be as far as, and definitely the hospital. Last time I checked on the hospital, there's very few people in the hospital with COVID here in Old Bridge, so that's a good sign.
Mayor, do you get into testing at all? Testing seems to be going big right now. Testing for
well, a lot of activities. A lot of activities we do now. You either need to be vaccinated or recently tested if you want to fly. If you want, I just came back from the League of Municipalities down in Atlantic City, and if you wanted to participate, you either had to be vaccinated or show a recent COVID test. So testing is very, I think it's very helpful. People can test right away and know, and that's how some of my friends found out that they were positive. They went, they had an event to go to where they needed to either be tested or they had to go to the doctors, and the doctor required a test, even though he was fully vaccinated, and that's when it showed up that he was positive. It's very weird.
It gives the anti-vax people an excuse not to take the vaccine because then they say, I didn't take it.
It shouldn't be called a vaccine if you can still get it. They should call it something else.
That's right.
You get the polio vaccine, you don't get polio.
That's right.
So
that's right.
I think they changed the definition of this one to meet the criteria for vaccine. So again, consult your healthcare provider.
Well, Mayor, you just mentioned the league. I understand. Note of congratulations for you, huh? What happened down there? What were you?
I was recognized for the Mayor's Hall of Fame for 10 years of service.
Really?
And I can't believe it's been 10 years that I've been the mayor. It seems like it only was 10 months at the most. But the league recognizes elected officials who have been in office for that long. Mayors starting at 10 years. I was quite pleased with I got my pin.
Of course, that's nice.
10 years.
That's very nice. Congratulations again.
Thank you. I'm a sophomore now.
Okay. Mayor, back in mid-year, we talked about economic impact of the 2020 year on the township. How has it been this year? How has the economic impact been with the COVID and the cases?
I've seen the town coming back very nicely. We've cut a number of grand openings. We have a number of businesses coming online in 2021. I don't know of any that have gone offline in 2021. I'm sure one or two have. But I think 2020 was the more devastating year on the local economy. I see the local economy coming back. I mean, when I go by the restaurants, they're packed, I'd like to say. And I see a pretty vibrant local economy. So I think we're on the right track when it comes to that.
Some of those lost businesses are returning or they're being replaced in their facilities?
Some of them, the hardest ones were our hospitality and our catering venues. They stuck it out. They made it, and now they're coming back. I don't want to mention their names to promote them, but we have two very large facilities here in Old Bridge, and they are back in business. And I spoke to their owners, and they're happy with the way things are going. Obviously, they're having a hard time with staffing issues, as most businesses are that are, still operating. But the environment has improved, I think, tremendously here in New Jersey.
Yeah, the staffing situation seems to be just weird. Every place you go, there's staffing problems. It's really amazing. People aren't working or don't want to work, or
I think it's a combination of everything.
Yeah.
Not wanting to work, being afraid to work, more money staying home.
Yeah.
They've gotten out into other fields. Opportunities have opened up.
Yeah.
With the COVID environment, believe it or not, some people want to choose to do something else.
Okay. Mayor, how about tax revenue? Again, when we talked last time, tax revenue was down because of the disease.
Yeah, we took a good hit in 20. We were down. Our taxes revenue was okay. It was our the money that we make from the town, the other income we have that comes in.
Right.
We were down over $1 million in that.
Right, I remember. It's still tough to return to that.
Yeah, and we were able to. We had saved for that rainy day. And that day was a COVID day. It wasn't raining, so we were able to, defer that $1 million with our fund balance, which was very helpful, and we were able to do it without increasing taxes at the municipal level. I tried to do everything in my power not to raise municipal taxes last year with all the pressure people were under. So we're starting the budget process right now we've been into it already for 2022. And see what we can do. But our revenues were down.
That's what I was meaning.
Yeah, but tax, we had very good tax collection rate, but we only get a certain amount of our budget from taxes. The rest of it we have to earn.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, on the plus side, a lot of good things have happened this year. Saltwater Day returned?
Yes, we brought back our outdoor activities, which were well attended. We started out with Saltwater Day. That was well attended. We did have a storm come through at the end of the day, but it went over well. And then we went right into the Old Bridge Day, and that was a tremendous outpouring of people.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the most attended events I had seen in a while as far as Old Bridge Day was concerned. It was great. We had a big turnout, and so that was good. That was very good.
Good.
And hopefully next year we'll get our Memorial Parade back online.
Yeah, that would be good if we could do that. That'd be great. Get the parade going in. Mayor, one thing I know has been a glistening hot spot or a bright spot in the township, and that's Control Farm. How are we doing there?
We're doing great, Gene. If anybody drives by it, they'll see big work going on now.
See it,
They see big earth-moving equipment. They're installing the parking lot, the drainage system, and that's the segue into opening it up to the public. The buildings are complete inside.
Really?
The house is done. The outbuildings have been, exterior of them have been renovated. They look great. And now they're doing the exterior. We're going to get a partial walking trail installed. So hopefully we can have people on that site next year enjoying it. And then, of course, phase 3, we're in phase 2 right now. Phase 3 and phase 4 over the next couple of years, we'll complete it.
Okay, how about 2022? You see any kind of a dedication coming up?
Yes, I do. I do see a ribbon cutting in 2022.
Okay, another ribbon cutting for you.
Another ribbon cutting, yeah, with sharpen no scissors.
Okay. Mayor, another thing that opened in mid-year was Silver Linings, was reopened in July. How are they doing now?
They're doing very good. That was one of the first services that was cut off early on, and it was so important that we maintain our senior or Silver Linings programs, because so many people just rely on that so much. A lot of people don't have families, and that's their only interaction with other people and with the lockdown. So Anahita has done a tremendous job.
Yes, sir.
She went virtual. We were one of the first Silver Linings or senior programs to go virtual. So she kept everybody in the loop. We had communication with everybody, and they were able to partake even during the darkest days of COVID. We had programs, bingo, exercise classes, interaction with our seniors. And then recently we went back to in-person activities, but you had to sign up for them and register ahead of time so that there wouldn't be overcrowding. And so she is performing services and activities and programs in the Silver Linings building now.
Okay.
But in January, we don't have a date set yet, but if everything goes well, we hope to open that building again to anybody who wanted to just walk in.
Used to be.
Just the way. if you want to say that, just the way it used to be, where you can come in there and just hang out,
That
as
would be
opposed to
great.
signing up. And then, for that, I think the mental aspect of the senior center is
Yes.
just as important as the
Yeah.
physical aspect of it. So,
I mean, she's done
so
such
keep
a
our fingers
wonderful
crossed that
job.
we
Okay.
open those doors in January sometime.
Mayor, on the other positive side, taking a look at the courtroom,
Yes.
what has happened in there?
Well, if anyone has seen the new courtroom before and after, they will say, wow, it doesn't look like the same building. They did a tremendous job. Nicole from engineering was the
Yes.
lead person, the driver on that room and that renovation, and it's definitely just night and day, Gene. I mean, if
It looks fantastic.
it does,
really
and
does.
it's a lot. I find it a lot better to conduct our meetings, and if you notice, they're a lot shorter.
Yes, yeah. That's
so
always better, right?
It's always better. We're up
Yeah.
on the dais. We're all up on a
Yeah.
dais. I have a podium right to my right that I can get up and address the crowd. Our backs aren't to anyone, and it's. I think it's just a better environment
Yeah, I
to
think,
hold
yeah.
our council meetings and interact with the council and the town professionals and the public also. So
Yeah, I think it's
kudos
a real
to
breakthrough.
everyone who
Yeah.
played a part in that, and it was needed too. And that's just one of the many renovations we've undertook
Right.
here at Town Hall. You have to invest.
Well,
in
one
your
of the
buildings.
renovations, if I may mention, is the building department has gone through some renovation, and they're going to be going
Major renovations.
Yeah, what's
That's-
happening with them? Then they're going
They're
back. to the-
they're open to the public.
right.
They're open to the public now. You can go to the new old building
Yeah.
department now, and it's much more user friendly. We have
Okay.
like 3 or 4 windows now, so it's not waiting online any longer. Every secretary has access to the public. It's just a much more user friendly place to be, modern, efficient. It's a lot better instead of waiting in a lobby,
Yeah, I remember that.
with the
yes.
door opening and the
Yeah.
papers blowing all over the place.
Yeah.
Now you come into the foyer, you go right into an area where paperwork is there, desk to fill out paperwork, and you have close contact.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mayor, one thing, if I may, how is the food bank doing? I meant to bring this up during the civil linings. How is the food bank
Again, Gene, we've been blessed
this time
with the
of year?
outpouring of generosity
Yes.
from our local businesses, from our residents. They have come to the need, and I probably doubled the amount of people that are dependent
Mhm.
on our food bank
Yeah.
for
That's
goods.
amazing. Yeah, I'm
So,
sure.
and just recently we did our Thanksgiving. I'm going to call them baskets, but
Yeah.
everybody got 4 or 5 big bags of. I think it was 140 something families showed up.
Really?
So,
Wow, that's a sizable number, isn't it? Huh?
so we've been very fortunate, but that's going to continue. Gene, and so our food bank continually needs to be replenished. And I would ask anybody if they want to make a donation, either food or monetary, please. It's a great way to give back to the community and the residents directly, something to eat, food.
Yeah.
So, but we are fortunate. We are very fortunate. Other towns are suffering worse, and we have a lot of other organizations who've been supplying food to our residents.
Yeah, it's just amazing, though, the amount of need that's out there, too, given the environment today with job loss and the disease and tremendous need, I see.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
but
tremendous.
we throw so much food away in this country.
I know, it's
disgusting.
a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, I think somebody said like 75% of the food is thrown away
Yeah.
here where we live. So
Yeah. Okay, Mayor, thank you. Mayor, if I can ask you to hold your thought for
Sure.
a moment.
We will.
Folks, we're taking a break right now. Mayor Henry and I are discussing 2021, a look back. We'll be back in a moment to pick it up from there. Take care.
We are Middlesex County, a community of many opportunities. We're part of the #1 K-12 public school system in the country, and our institutions of higher learning are among the finest in the world. We invest in STEM academies that set the standard and vocational technical schools that provide ready-for-work certification. We're committed to building our infrastructure for a greener future while training our workforce for the jobs it creates. We are Middlesex County, leading together. Go to discovermiddlesex.com.
slow down?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Owen Henry. Today, the mayor and I are taking a long look back at 2021, recapping the year, events that happened, and we're going to peek at 2022 in just a few moments, so please stay with us. Mayor, if we can pick up where we left off, Habitat for Humanity, last time we talked, how are they doing?
They're doing well. They've actually started construction on a single-family home on Norwood Avenue in Lawrence Harbor.
Yeah.
I met the family, a beautiful family. They are from, I believe, Long Island, from New York. They're coming over.
Okay.
2 young children. We were up at, we did a groundbreaking at the site, and then recently we were up at the Brunswick Square Mall in East Brunswick constructing the walls for the house. They had a big turnout for that. So I believe the foundation is in as we speak. There'll be the house. I think it was about 6 months, so sometime in the early spring, that house should be ready to move in.
Mayor, who's providing the talent for this? Who's providing the talent?
All volunteers.
Really?
Yes, they have a network that they call on people, professionals, and the family has to put a number of hours into the home, sweat equity as they call it.
Yeah.
When they were building the walls, there had to be 50, 60 people from all over the place.
Really?
Yeah, driving nails and constructing the walls.
How is it funded, these kind of houses? The people?
They get mostly through donations, materials, and then the people, this is going to be owner, the people that have been selected, which is a very difficult process.
Is it really?
To get selected, they have to make sure they have the means. This is going to be a mortgage. The house has a set price. It can only be sold for so much. Okay. And they need to, they've been approved for that mortgage, and they need to pay for this house. So they have skin in the game, as they say.
Okay.
And maintain it and upkeep it, pay the taxes, and all those good things. But it's going to be a beautiful 3-bedroom, nice, very, very nice house. And it's right across the street from the large Habitat for Humanity project, which is the 12 units. That veterans preference?
Yeah.
It's right across the street from that.
That's what I was just going to ask you about.
Yes.
The veterans housing, that's going to be just veterans housing.
It's going to be a veterans first preference. And as soon as that list is finished, then it'll be opened up. We're looking for people who were displaced by Sandy. We're looking for, there's going to be certain criteria that people have to, again, where they are going to be attached homes, but again, they're going to be mortgage homes. You're going to own them. They're not going to be rental properties.
So these are going to be attached like regular
Yeah, I think
like,
I think there's 2 units attached to each one, 6.
But where are they going to put that, across Lawrence Parkway?
Where the old number 9 school was, the old senior center was for the township.
Yeah.
That was demolished, taken down, and now the property is getting ready, and that should be starting in 2022, hopefully. They're just working out the last bit of funding for that.
You got the township booming here, Mayor.
No, and whenever you see homes like that and people coming in and given that opportunity, that's great. That's what it's all about.
Mayor, how about the hotel? We finally got a hotel, Hampton
It is
Inn open.
We didn't cut the ribbon yet, but it is open for business. We'll be cutting the ribbon soon. We're ecstatic. The owner is very happy. That was, it seemed like an eternity.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in the beginning with the building, then COVID hit. And so it's been, I can't even remember how many years it's been, at least 4 years.
Oh, I know. It's been
maybe
a long
more.
time. Yes, sir.
But the hotel is up and running. I've been there. It is beautiful.
That's true.
Really nice. And
it was a badly needed amenity, I think, here
yes.
in the township.
And we're hoping with that and the success of this hotel, the competition will follow. And I've been there on the weekends, driving by, and the parking lot is full. So it's it was needed, long overdue. Sorry it took so long,
right.
But it is open. I encourage anyone who has family coming in and they need a place to stay, call over there.
It's a great idea. They have facilities for conferences?
Yes, there's a conference room. There's an indoor pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
it was so impressive when I drove through the parking lot, and I think I seen license plates that I've never seen before in Old Bridge. You know,
Okay.
so that's great.
That's
People,
nice.
you know, I guess once you get on the internet and you're making plans to go
Yeah.
to city, and there's a hotel in New Jersey
Right.
that comes up. So people that have never knew Old Bridge existed are now staying overnight or for a couple of nights.
All right. Can't beat
That's great.
that, Mayor.
Good news for the town. Good news
Mayor-
for everybody.
Mayor, one thing we talked about briefly off the air was solar farm. There was a solar farm went in, and now
Yeah,
there's
we have
another
interest
one.
and where I believe we're getting ready to sign the deal on the old global landfill. This is part of that brownfields
Yes, sir.
movement to take land that's not good for anything
Right.
and make it useful. And right now, solar power is a benefit to everyone.
Yeah.
So we have someone who was taking advantage of that program and has taken the global landfill, which has been capped, and they're going to put I don't know how many megawatts solar farm on that, which is great.
Mayor, how about that? Isn't there a solar farm in operation now?
We
or
have
that
one
was
on
built already?
Industrial Drive right now along the railroad tracks. Again, it was a brownfield
Right.
that was converted to a solar farm.
Is that meant to reduce township properties?
It's tied into the grid,
That's what I was going to ask.
and
yeah.
the electrical companies meet their requirements when it comes to green energy. They have to meet so many as they move forward. So
Right.
they're the ones who sponsor these projects because they have to meet a certain amount of.
But then do residents get the benefit of that to reduce their electric bill?
Sure,
or
it goes
they-
into the grid, so anyone has the option now. If you
can
want to
do
go
that.
to a provider
Right.
that does only green energy, you can do
Yes,
that.
sir.
But the big producers now have to produce most of their, I think it's 20% of their electricity needs to come from clean energy.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah. Okay.
that's it's good for the town. It's also, we get revenue from that now also. Not
Well,
a
that
lot,
helps,
but
right?
that
helps the revenue.
And that
picture,
was
maybe.
that was a Superfund site,
right.
and the owners of that went bankrupt, so they went away. So believe it or not, the township and the residents of Old Bridge have been paying the taxes on that property for a number of years now. So that has been eliminated by somebody coming in and
Good news.
turning
all
it around. Yes.
Okay. Mayor, one thing that's always a tough subject to talk about is opioid addiction. Just headlines talking about 100,000 opioid deaths in the
Yeah, I
United
think
States
it's
for the
a
first
historic
time.
high
Yes,
in the
sir.
country, 100,000.
Yeah, how are we doing here?
We are, in 2021, probably closing in on the high 40s, opioid overdoses, deaths. We've had a number of reversals, as we like to call them. Thank God, with the induction of Narcan.
Right.
But it's still a problem. It's going to be a problem in our society for a long time until they stop prescribing these opioids and then
Yes.
turning people to heroin, and people making a living out of other people's hardships and lacing this stuff with fentanyl.
I know, I see that. That's,
And some people can't tolerate fentanyl,
yeah.
and they go, and Narcan for the most part does not work against a fentanyl laced product. So it's, and
That is
it hit home a few times, and I don't know what we're going to do, Gene, but we have to keep trying. We have a
Yeah.
new municipal alliance leader now, Rosemarie.
Yes,
and
we
she
hope
can
to
probably
have
do a
her.
show with
Yeah,
you.
we're hoping to have
and
her in,
she is
yeah.
just full, and she is reaching out to everyone who wants to help, and we are trying to help and get everyone involved,
Yeah.
and trying to kick this habit, no pun intended,
Yeah.
because it is out there. It is real. It's real here in Old Bridge. We're doing our best to combat it,
And it's
but
tragic.
it's
yeah.
difficult. It's a tough hill to climb.
It sure is. Well, good luck with it, Mayor. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Mayor, looking ahead for 2022, we've already talked a few futures here. Anything else you're looking to do in 2022?
Well, hopefully I want everybody to remain healthy. I want
Yeah.
to see 2022. I want to see 2021 go out like
Right.
a lamb,
Yeah.
and 2022 come in like a lamb.
Right.
I just want to keep moving forward with the track that we're on, Gene. Making everything we can get our hands on, making it better. It's never going to be perfect.
Right.
Yeah,
No.
but we're always going to try to make everything we do better, everything we do in town. I'm excited about the opportunities. 2022, as you know, there's some big redevelopment projects here in Old Bridge that are going to be coming to fruition.
Yes, sir.
The golf course will start getting built in 2022.
Right.
We have the big redevelopment project on Route 9 north and southbound with the move to warehousing that's been approved by the council. That should be getting in the ground in 2022. That brings stability to the town as far as money is concerned, with these pilots that are coming in from that, and taking the residential units off the tax map. You know, this was hundreds of acres and a lot of homes that could have been built.
Yes, sir.
So that's not going to happen now. We do have some big development still occurring in Old Bridge. The Woodhaven project is moving forward.
Right.
The Oaks 1 is moving on Route 9 south also, if you see a lot of that. So we need to be cognizant of everything that's going around and what's happening, and do what we think is best for the residents of Old Bridge.
Well, it does seem to be a lot of going on. Just
There is a lot
riding
going
around.
on. Old Bridge is big. There's a lot of things to happen here. Some of the parts of towns have changed. We had a big influx of a lot of new people moving into Old Bridge.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people are leaving areas where they don't feel safe, where the school systems, they're moving to Old Bridge for a reason.
Right.
And the property values are soaring. So we're getting a big influx of new people coming here for the same things I believe in. You know, everybody wants to have a safe community.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a school system that performs, and everybody wants to have a community that's affordable. And those are the three things that we're striving for. And I think we've been successful in all three of them. We have a safe community. We have a very good school system, and we're making Old Bridge affordable for everyone. But it's a challenge. It's very tough. It's tough in New Jersey. They don't make it easy. Nothing's easy. But I'm excited about 2022. I've always been, very hopeful.
Okay, good. Mayor, if I could ask you just one last thing. Any messages you'd like to give the residents for the time we're here?
Sure. Stay safe. Listen to your physician. Keep the faith. With faith comes hope.
Right.
And, if anyone has any issues or any problems, as I've been saying for the last 10 years, don't hesitate to reach out. Contact my office.
Okay.
We will try to help. I can't solve every problem, but we can.
Well, May, you're on your way. We got a medal.
Another 10, right?
You're halfway through your third term. And
halfway through, yes. Another thing, we forgot to talk about Mamino Park. That's going to be. We're going to look to develop that in 2022 with our CARES money that came in from the government. So we're looking for big things to be happening at Mamino Park. That place has been underused for so long.
I know it's been hanging for a
we can
while,
probably do a whole show on that.
We
once we
did
do
omit
that.
that. Yeah.
Everyone just be well. That's the big, everything. Health is the only thing that we really have to worry about.
That's right. Definitely in this environment. Right. Okay, Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, Gene, for having me. I appreciate it.
Folks, this has been Old Bridge Outlook for this time. On behalf of Mayor Henry and everybody here in the administration, we'd like to welcome you, wish you all a very happy holiday season, a happy new year, and as the mayor just said, a healthy happy new year. Enjoy yourself, look out for other people, and have a very, very good start to 2022. Thank you for watching Old Bridge Television. We'll see you next time in the new year. Take care.